Hello. I have no idea if I'm live. I have no idea. Whoever is in chat, just tell me if I'm live. Hello. I have no idea if I'm live. I have no idea. Whoever is in chat, just tell me if I'm. Ah! Aether's in the chat! Hi, Aether! Hello. So yeah. Today is just a freaking chill day. Just gonna try to draw. Hi, Aether. You're kind of the first person in chat here. Oh, my voice is quiet. Hold on. My mic. I don't know why it's quiet. My mic settings are all the way up. It should be fine. I mean, maybe I can turn my music a bit down. There. My music's down. Is that better? I have no idea. This is the first time. Is that better? For some reason, I cannot get my freaking thingy to be all the way up. But anyway, despite what the chat says, I'm going to draw. Because, yeah. So today's live thingy is just for me to draw chapter 3 art for Echoes of Obsidian, because I've been putting that off for ages. Okay, that's good. The music is better. We only have about 3 people watching. I know one of them is from Discord, but whatever. My internet is quite really bad. So this might be just a yeah. It might be a slow stream. So, if anyone has any questions about this art that I'm working on right now, just place them down in the chat so that I have something to talk about. So yeah, for the art of the for today's art, we're just gonna be drawing Obsidian or Obsidian Crumb, my boy. So yeah, this is. Oh yeah, and if you're interested in reading the thingy, just go ahead and search up Echoes of Obsidian on Archive of Our Own. That's it. Oh, so Aether 2 is working on an art and chill thingy. So yeah, you can just do whatever. It's a Friday. It's tomorrow. I can sleep in, so I can basically just stay up late. There's no one really in the house, so yeah. Decided to take the time to try streaming to see how it's gonna go. And yeah, that's it. That's how I decided to stream today. It's mainly just everything was. I decided to stream yesterday, that I wanted to stream today. But and created the idea like I should what could I draw? I was first thinking that I should probably work on a page for my comic, but that quickly got overruled because I have too far up buffer for my pages. So yeah. Hopefully the stream is not choppy. And I can just work normally. Because I can't really do anything about the bad internet. Because the fast internet that we want to buy, we still haven't bought. So yeah, soon enough I'm gonna have fast internet. So no more buggy streams. So yeah, whoever wants, they can try to guess what happens in chapter 3 with Obsidian. So yeah, whoever's brave enough to try and guess what happens and put it up in the stream thingy. We have 2 people watching. It's just a chill stream. I just put on some lo-fi music. just I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Obsidian, my boy, look at him. Isn't he just good? Isn't he just adorable? He's gonna be a bit of a problem. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is gonna be a problem. No, that arm is not proportional at all. I'm gonna just make it symmetrical. Who cares? I don't care. This might be the time to zoom in a bit. So, yet again, I have nothing to talk about. Unless someone starts up a conversation or a story. Just give me an idea, I'm gonna talk about it. If you see me just pause and stop drawing, it's because I'm looking at a reference. Just working on it. Because I only ever drew Obsidian once in my sketchbook and I loved it. But I never practiced him. So his dagger looks... His dagger was actually inspired by... I saw one of those videos where the people who just break obsidian to make a dagger or make a knife, and I really like those. So yeah, obsidian is inspired by that. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I was about to say I'm pretty sure gave him armbands, arm bandages. Because yeah, why not? Why wouldn't I? What's your favorite food? I think I might know, but I'd like to still, but I like to still hear it. So yeah, I am a big fan of every food. I don't really have a favorite, but I'm pretty sure you do know Ether. So Ether. So yeah, I will talk about it. I'm gonna get into a story time along with that. So yeah, favorite food. I mean like any kind of meat. The vegans just don't think about it, don't look at it, don't look into it. I do like to eat meat. So any food that has any meat in it, especially if it's made really well, it's amazing. So favorite like main dish food that is basically just meat is basically just meat is just this traditional food thingy, which is just grinded meat fried on a grill, basically just grilled. So yeah, That's my favorite food. Oh, he has. I almost missed the really important part of his design. I forgot I gave him spikes. I forgot I gave him spikes on his thingy. So yeah, now I'm gonna just add on to that my favorite dessert. Now I can go on and on about good desserts. I could just say ice cream or stuff, but that doesn't count. I don't count as ice cream as a dessert. It just exists somewhere. But my favorite dessert is I'd say chocolate cake. I really like a good chocolate cake. The sweeter the better, actually. I see some of my friends complaining if a chocolate cake is too chocolatey. But I like it, the more chocolate the better. That's my take on it. Now I gotta zoom in. His face and hair are just real pains, I'm gonna say. So, when it comes to ice cream, now that I've mentioned it, my favorite ice cream is vanilla. But there's this specific vanilla. It is... I think it's called vanilla bourbon. Bourbon. I have no idea how to pronounce it. It is just... yeah. So there we go. My favorite food. My favorite... no. My favorite salty food. My favorite dessert. And my favorite ice cream. So yeah. Also, now that I'm trying to make his hair shorter, I accidentally made his hair look like it's a girl's. I feel like I'm missing something. Something's off. Something's off about his hair, and I can't tell what I'm missing. There's this crown. I'm looking at a reference. I just can't tell what I'm missing with it. Maybe there? No, I don't think so. No. That's not it. I like hearty cheese dips and tortilla chips. Also, the face is awesome so far. Thank you, Ether. Also, really fun to hear your favorite food. I don't think I've ever heard your favorite food. When we talk, I just ramble and on about my about myself. I feel like I just forget to ask you the same questions you asked me. I don't like how his other eye is turning out. I mean, his other eye is covered by his hair. That's the thing. It's only visible. I think I made his hair too long. That's the thing. That's probably the thing that's bothering me this whole time. I made his hair way too long, so I couldn't place my finger on it. I knew something was bothering me. I'm trying to think how I can make him look crazy. Yeah, that looks pretty crazy. That looks like a pretty crazy guy. Doesn't he? Gotta fix his mask. His mask doesn't look like that. I think his mask is kind of the hardest part of him to draw for me because this thing is low resolution, and his mask is just covering his mouth and a grin created from obsidian shards. Or obsidian crumbs, if I may say. Because his name is Obsidian Crumb. I like that. That looks fun. He looks fine. I think I fixed it. Now I'm gonna focus on his freaking neck. No, back. On his freaking necklace thing. Because he has a specific necklace that tells a lot about his backstory. That is gonna be revealed, not in chapter 3. It is gonna be in chapter 4, I can confirm that. But his backstory won't be revealed until chapter 4, or at least one part of it. No, it's crystals. It's supposed to look like crystals! It's supposed to be like a pin thing that's created with crystals, that has crystals on it that create a certain shape. But I so far do not like how it's turning out. Just a little more good. I don't think I'm doing a good job at this. That's too rounded. I live in a state that has... me and my dyslexia. Hold on. I live in a state that has volcanic origin, so sometimes we can just find obsidian on the ground. That's cool. Just obsidian crumb. Be careful. I don't know if you know what obsidian shards, aka the magic source for this guy. That's what's floating around him. These thingies that are floating around him. These beautiful thingies. You see? Those are obsidian shards. They're fueled with magic. That's his whole thingy. That was mentioned in chapter 2. You know what? That looks good enough. I could have done better, but that looks good enough. Hold on. Undo it fully. It doesn't look good enough. It's supposed to be... No, this one's shorter. You know what? That's gonna have to do. I'm spending too much time on his pin thingy. I can't focus on his cape. The way this is going, I'm not gonna finish anytime soon. His cape. Finally, his cape! This ripped mess of a cape. Okay, so just gonna draw basic format for this. I don't know. I only drew his upper body. I never actually drew his lower body ever. So his legs are gonna be a bit of a struggle. I think I might actually something like this, where one of his legs is up on a rock, just to get more dimension, I'm gonna say, into the drawing. Like, I'm really satisfied with the face. Look at this guy. Doesn't he just look menacing? And also the hair. I was able to pull off the hair. I figured out what was messing with me. I accidentally made his hair way too long. I do that to Elliot way too much. Like, I don't draw medium length hair that often for me to actually be able to do it effortlessly without thinking about it. It always just looks off in some way, and I can't tell how and why. And it takes me a bit to figure out. I don't know, does anyone else have similar issues with their art? Whoever is listening to this thingy. Aether, do you have those issues? He does look very menacing. Yeah, he does look very menacing. I keep forgetting that I put a 1 minute delay in my comments. I'm probably gonna turn that off for the next stream. So far, this is looking kinda good. Just gotta draw a couple more holes in his cape because he's a bad guy. And all that's kind of left to do is focus on the details of this. Because the background is kind of a struggle. A bit of a struggle. And the scene also, specific timing, the sun is setting in the scene that I'm drawing right now. You can, whoever is watching this from the community thingy, you can try to guess what time of in the chapter, he's gonna appear. He can appear in the start of the chapter and right away get everything worse, or just appear in the end of the chapter and yet again make everything worse. Oh, that looks amazing. Okay, that gives him quite a bit of a outline. Fluffy sleeves. I'm thinking I can also give him kind of like fluffy leggings. Just poofy. For him to have both sharp and soft edges. Because I do like a good mix of both. He's looking good. Just gonna try detailing the obsidian shards before I go in with just think of these as crystals. Just float around. Not doing much of anything but other than giving him magic. Also, I do have to sketch out his magic patterns. He does have magic thingies. Other than, well, he uses these. They have like black smoke that he uses. I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put that one. I'm probably just gonna use a different color so that it kind of stands out against everything else. Sometimes I draw Aether's ears way too long and then I have to take a bit to fix it. Yeah, that thing. Now that you mentioned ears, when I draw Luna, sometimes I just mess up her ears and it takes me a bit to look at it, and I feel like something's wrong, you know? I feel like something's wrong, something's not right. He doesn't look like himself, but yet again I can't tell what's going on. So yeah, that's what's been bothering me. I don't think I no longer need this reference song. I'm just close this window. Also, I did change his eyes. His eyes used to be like this almond-shaped thingy. I just gave him Elliot eyes instead. That has more sharp angles. So so far this is turning out fun. So yeah, any of you Black Bell or Sapphire Bell shippers, Echoes of Obsidian is actually a Black Bell fanfic. It has Black Bell in it, and also has this guy and his backstory because I do like creating new characters. So this is going fun. Sorry for the random pauses. I just go ahead and check the comments, aka the chat. So yeah, when I do that, that's when I just awkwardly pause and everything's just quiet. It's just a pause. It's nothing. Almost my whole family just went out tonight. on a concert that my sister really wanted to go on. But the thing is, my dad right away knew that I wouldn't want to go. I do not like concerts. Not because I freaking am antisocial. You can see that I am social. I'm freaking live streaming. What more can you do? Like, I'm not antisocial. I just don't like that big of gatherings. Mainly because there's usually a lot of alcohol there, and I do not like alcohol. I hate this. So yeah, that this brings up a story. So when I was on a school trip and we were just existing, there were rooms of 3. We were staying on like a beach something. It's close to a beach, and there were only um, 3 bed, 3 bed stay rooms. I'm gonna say in the hotel we were staying at. So me and my best friends at the time really wanted to go in a room together, but didn't have anyone third that would go with us. So, but we had to go in a room with another person. There had to be 3 people in one room. So my homeroom teacher picked a girl from a other school that was staying and also had no one to stay with. So she introduced us, and she was quite nice. She was a bit of like a shy girl. So compared to me, who doesn't like kind of going out but still likes to talk about a lot, she thrived with me. I still thrived in our room because during the night there was a disco kind of thingy where my bestie would go out. She did like really discos, but she knew I don't like them, so she didn't really force me to do anything I didn't like. I like. So yeah, me and that girl just stayed in the hotel room alone, like chatting about sharing our music, sharing our playlists and stuff. We found out we both like a lot of similar stuff. She told me she liked horror quite a lot, so I recommended to her Murder Drones and showed her some of my art where I like to draw menacing menacing dudes and menacing creatures. Look at this guy. Doesn't he just look like he's gonna terrorize a whole village? No foreshadowing on that one. Definitely not. Yeah. So we basically thrived. But my cousin was there as well, just he was in a different room. Because we were in the same class, he was just in a different room. So the next morning, I get a call from my aunt, who berated me for not going to the disco to have fun with other kids my age. Like I had one friend, and my other had the room key and just was outside. So yeah, we also did stay up till midnight, just talking. So we did have fun, and she berated me because saying oh, you have this once in a lifetime chance to just dance with your classmates and go to the disco. And I heard there's other schools there, and like me, because there was, and I was like, just bro, why? I don't like these. So me and that friend just said, you know what? Let's just go in, dress ourselves tonight. We're just gonna go in, show up so that my cousin sees me, and then just go out and have fun in our rooms. So that's what we did. When we entered the disco, it was the saddest freaking disco thingy because the kids were constantly complaining about the music taste not being good at all. So that was a thing. And and everyone was just standing on the sides. That room that we were in, that disco room, had no good ventilation, so it was just basically hot air and sweat. And it smelled in there. There was a lot of freaking smoke from the smoke machine. They did have a smoke machine there, but it just made the air smell weird. And me and that friend, I just walked up to my cousin just so that he can see me, and he was just standing on the side. No one was really dancing. No one was having, but they were just bored out of their minds. Didn't know what to do because everything else outside was closed. You know, it was really late at night, and all the stores were closed. And me and that friend just looked at each other. Should we go to the room? Yeah, we should. And we just ran to our room and continued our ramble about the shows that we watched as children. So yeah, that that was the literally just 5 minutes of my life wasted. I could have started rambling about freaking My Little Pony right away with that friend. I could have freaking talked about, I don't know, Lightning McQueen. I have no idea. I forgot what we were talking about. I know she mentioned she liked My Little Pony, and I remember I did, as a kid, really little kid, like really My Little Pony. I mean, I think it shows in my art. I was a My Little Pony girl. I did like them. So yeah, that's just 2 minutes of my life wasted that I could have used to do literally anything else. Also, that same night, um, there was um one of the guys had his birthday that day. Actually, the next day, so they waited for 12 a.m. Actually, aka midnight. Um, they waited till 12 a.m. to blast their speakers. They brought giant speakers. They charged them up, blasted them to everyone in the hotel, and started banging on every single door in a happy birthday song. And they kinda scared me and that friend. And the thing is, after that, they started playing Ding Dong Ditch. So there was just people knocking on the door and, well, giggling, waving. Me and that friend were awake, we knew what was happening. And then my homeroom teacher, she came in to check on us to see why we weren't sleeping. Oh no, what the heck is going on? Why are we not sleeping? The first thing I said, they're playing Ding Dong Ditch and they keep banging on our door. Yeah. If they knew I said that, they would be like, oh, you're a party pooper, yada 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 yada. Just stuff. So yeah. Basically, it's. Wait, hold on. What did I say? Yeah, our homeroom teacher got freaking She decided to leave our door slightly ajar so that it looked like it was closed, but it wouldn't lock. You know. And she waited in our room. She told us to be quiet, and we were gonna catch the people who were freaking ding dong ditching. The thing is, my bestie who would stay out with that group of people was out. And right before our teacher came in, she came back in the right moment. So she was saved, and she was ding dong ditching with those people, but she was saved herself. So yeah, she was kind of angry at me for saying it because she was as well ding dong ditching. So basically, I ratted her out, but I didn't really because I never said that she was one of them. So our teacher thinks that's just. Yeah. Also, then the freaking girls next door heard us talking through the walls because they were really thin. And she just got out of bed, walked over in her sleeping clothes, like she had like a fluffy blanket hoodie that was way too oversized for her. Her hands weren't visible at all. So while we were waiting in the room, she just opened the door, looked at us, saw the teacher, and was like, "Hi." She was so confused. She just woke up because we were talking. I feel so bad for her, but it was so funny at the same time. Like she just came in like, "Hi." She was just absorbed in the hoodie. It was so freaking funny. So yeah, that's one of the story times. I don't know how long has this live been up. I have to check. So about 19 minutes. There we go. So about 19 minutes. That's at least what YouTube is telling me. Now, the thing is about this, a lot of people like to separate their backgrounds and foregrounds and stuff and characters into different layers. But the thing is, I'm lazy and I do not like doing that. And I'm way too like used to traditional art where you don't have layers, you have to draw everything on one piece. So that's why my thingy is not. I'm gonna make my line. I can't see my lines because the red is too. Hold on! No! Wait, wait, wait. I forgot the dark energy thingy. I forgot. No! Just gonna use a different brush for this. I forgot his dark energy thingy. I don't know. I don't even know where to put him. Hold on, I need blue. I need blue for this. I know I do want to because he uses that energy. Like it just looks like shadows, like freaking blobs and stuff. But I forgot to put it and I said I would put it in. Yeah. It's been about 48 minutes? Really? Really? Then my thingy isn't working quite well. God. So it takes me about 40 minutes, almost an hour, to finish a freaking sketch. Now, don't dare anyone say art is so easy. These freaking artists shouldn't charge that much for their art. Like people who are buying commissions. See, just a freaking sketch takes almost an hour to do. You and also getting to the level of art that you're paying for takes years and years of practice. I've been drawing. I've been filling up sketchbooks since I was like in third or second grade. It was so long. That's almost decade and a half. It's been so long. So it takes quite a lot of practice to get to the point where you can actually sell your art. Also, every single one of these is gonna have some kind of different color, you know? Those who read chapter 3, pardon, chapter 2, will know what I'm talking about. And that these things have some kind of different magic. Every single one has different magic. Why is that? I don't know. Read the thingy and find out. I think that's enough. That's enough of his magic. Now let's get out this layer. Back on this layer. The only thing I'm gonna draw on a different layer is the magic thingy. Because it should be a bit transparent. So yeah. We get back in black. We zoom in. About here. And just draw. But it's been 40 minutes. Holy. I mean, 48 minutes, I'm guessing it's about now, it's like 50 something. Why is my thing? No, it's not. For a second I thought my thingy was gray. Like, what was it gray? Where would my art be? Why would my line art be gray? Why would I want gray line art? I'm gonna figure out how I did this thingy. Because the magic is covering it up. I'm gonna draw such simple hands. Because they're not gonna be looked at. Don't look at them, you know? Don't look at them. People are gonna be obsessed. Hold on. Obsessed with seeing all these shards. His freaking face. They're not gonna notice this one hand. Hold on, it's too long. It's too long. No. No. Wow, I've been talking for almost an hour. Wow. Wow. I gotta redo my music. It almost came to an end. You know what? Good enough. I know his hand looks long. Way too long. But I'm gonna roll with it. Because I do not want to do that. I don't want to fix it anymore. I've been here. My butt hurts. I might actually take a break in a minute. To drink some water. I can feel my throat just giving up on me. I need to drink water. Not a lot of people viewing. Current viewers. Yeah, not all the people are here. I think it's only just Ether right now. How are you doing, Ether? Hopefully these just get better as I go on these streams. Because right now I don't really have a big freaking following. So my streams aren't really getting the attention, but they will at some point, you know? You know? Something's not right. Something's not right here. I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna roll with it. I don't have the sanity to fix anything now and try to look at it for any longer. My sanity is slowly dropping. There? For what? For what reason is my freaking eraser textured? It's supposed to be set to hard and round. I don't know what's up with it, but it's pissing me off. It's supposed to be smooth. It isn't supposed to leave these textures. Look at this. Look at these thingies. They're freaking. I hate those. I don't know if you can see them. I don't think anyone can see them. But the thing is, they're a pain when you're trying to color. Phil Bucket doesn't freaking see them. They. Oh. I'm doing pretty good. The art I'm working on is going pretty well. Also, yeah, for starting out with streaming, it's kinda given that you won't start with many viewers. Yeah, that's about. Yeah, it is. Also, I don't know if you can see this, Aether, but you have a purple crown next to your username that says #1 on it. I think that's because you were the first one to make a chat message. So yeah, you're basically you have basically just have a purple crown. Yeah. I mean, I have been streaming for more than an hour. I guess I can just look at my freaking watch because I did start as soon as 8 hit. So yeah. As soon as 8 p.m. hit, I started streaming. Right now, it's 9 p.m., so about an hour. I'm slowly losing my sanity. I'm gonna look like this after. Look, this is gonna be my face after this. I'm slowly losing my sanity. I don't know what to do. Figure it out what's wrong with his mask. It's unsymmetrical. That's what's pissing me off about it. I figured it out. Yeah. Oh my god. I do have a crown. I think it's because I've commented the most. No, you had it. Yeah, you do comment the most. The thing is, you were the first one to comment, and it showed up right away. So yeah, you have a purple crown color. If it's purple, then this matches so well. If it's purple, then this is amazing. know. Obsidian looks amazing. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this guy. He just looks amazing. I love him so much. I mean, I'm about to, in like, I think like 30 minutes. Wait, so I'm just gonna stop with the live stream. Like an hour and a half is enough, I think. I think I should be able to finish this artwork by then. Because line art and coloring don't usually take really long. But the thing is, I never actually colored this guy before. Yes, I know. I only have like a sketch of him in my freaking sketchbook. And it's only his upper body. It's only his upper body. And it's not colored, it's just a sketch. So basically, I'm gonna have to think of his colors right now. Which I do not like. If you didn't know, I hate making colors because I in my mind, I can imagine him. Like he has to have like black, purplish, but also not too close to black sapphire. I think when I revealed his design, when I was first starting the writing phases of chapter 1 of Echoes of Obsidian, when it was still supposed to be a comic and not like a fanfic for people to read, someone actually thought, because I published how Black Sapphire, Silver Bell in my style, and also along with them Black Obsidian was there too. So someone wrote in my comments, "Is he a fan kid?" Like, no. He might have Black Sapphire's freaking color scheme and a bit rounded, like somewhat related to fairy kinds, but no. No, he's not their child. He's the furthest thing from it. Dude is just a crazy person. He I mean, sure, Black Sapphire kinda would be crazy, I think. He has had his crazy moments. He has had his crazy moments. But his eyes wouldn't look like this. Neither of these two have those eyes. Silverbell has really rounded eyes with this tear thingy. His lashes look like a tear. And he's genuinely just a baby. He's just a baby. You know, he has rounded eyes. Black Sapphire has these eyes. Yeah, sure, he has a slit and kind of villainous eyes. But this, yeah, I don't think these eyes look much like freaking, like, yeah, the slit thingy is there, but no. I mean, I do understand in like the confusion, but no, he's not their child. Purple is an amazing color, but I think my favorite is blue, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I do use blue as well. If you think about it, if you take purple and take the red out of it, you get freaking blue. There you go. If you take out the red from the blue, you're gonna get, if they take out red from the purple, you're gonna get blue. So kinda. I don't know what I was onto with that thing, that statement. It just like I don't know. I think I heard it somewhere, like in a fursuit video. Like, why does everyone, a lot of furries just choose blue dog? Like, blue dog is the most common fur, fur OC thingy. Like, just the most common. And the person who was making the video, he was a purple leopard, I think. And he was like, even I have blue in my fursuit. If you take the red out, it's blue. And that's kind of just stuck in my mind right now. So yeah, basically, people, the psychology behind it, why everyone just uses blue dogs as their personas, is because people associate blue as something happy. You know, the sky is blue, the ocean is blue, the blue flowers looked amazing. So yeah, um, blue flowers are just amazing. You're just happy, but people just think blue is a really happy color, and they associate it with everything. My persona isn't blue, but amethyst is. I don't know if you know, if anyone here knows who amethyst is. I mean, if you've been following me on Tumblr quite a lot, you're probably gonna know who amethyst is. I think only Windy might know, but she's been offline chronically. Aether, do you know who Amethyst is? I don't know if I've ever stated his name publicly. Like, there were, like, I created a video of, hey, I have a new character, but he needs a name. What should I name him? This was those videos, one of those videos, and I think Windy suggested Amethyst as his name. So his name is Amethyst because I really like the name. I really like gems in general. I think you can see that. Obsidian, Obsidian Crumb Cookie, Amber, Jade, freaking Amethyst. Everyone has a gem name in some way, you know? Only Elliot doesn't, but that's because I've made a vote on how should I name him before the comic was even in planning stages. Like, this character needs a name. Here's some freaking names you can choose. So yeah, Elliot was chosen, I think, with 57 votes. Not votes, 57% of people wanted Elliot, his name to be Elliot. So yeah, his name is Elliot. But the same friend, like the story from before that that I talked about with the friend in the room from school. I showed her Elliot, how I created him, and I showed her the votes thingy, and I think one of the names was either Oliver or Oscar. I don't know. It was something. The name, I have to look at the list of the names. It was 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, it was almost more than 2 years ago when that happened. So I have to look at the thing again to know the name that was originally used. But she said, I think Oscar, I'm gonna say Oscar, Oscar would be a better name for him, not Elliot. I don't think Elliot really suits him. He looks evil. Elliot isn't a name for an evil guy. Like, but he's not evil. He just exists. A lot of my freaking anyone who sees Elliot from my either family or friends, they think he's evil. Also, when they see art of him and Chloe next to each other, they say, "Oh, that looks like a good enemies to lovers story." Like, I'm like, dude, you don't know anything. Wasn't that the purple protogen? Yeah, that was the purple. Amethyst is the purple protogen. Amethyst is the purple protogen that you've seen in my freaking videos. Here he is. Hi, Amethyst. Here you go, just an amethyst to exist in your minds. Look at him. It's basically just a purple protogen. And he is actually, spoiler warning, he is going to be in the story of Luna at one point. Actually, I am planning on putting him in there. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I am trying to get him into the story. Because he and Luna are quite good friends, you know? From moments that I'm not gonna talk about, you know? You know. You just know. I remembered the name. It wasn't Oscar. It wasn't Oscar. I remembered the name. I think, it was with a G. Hold on. It just slipped my mind. Hold on. It's not, oh. I just remembered it for a second. I don't know what. I know it's with a G. I know it's with a G. It was the name that started with G. George, I think. Though I don't think George was an option at all. I know the name started with G. God. This is what happens when you have bad memories. Ah. What layer was this on again? Hold on. Gotta delete this. Delete layer. Yes. Open this. This one, duplicate layer. Because I need a duplicate of this layer if I want to color. Now. God, it looks so bad without the red thingy. God. Coloring left. Oh God. I'm gonna stay on for I don't know. I might actually just finish this drawing and then end the stream. Or I might do it earlier, I don't know. However I feel like. Hold on everyone. Aether, I have a question. I don't know if you're gonna answer it. Is this a good color for his hair? Or should I make it like a bit more purplish? Like this. I don't know if it's a big difference. This is a disaster. This is a disaster. What color should I make his thingy? What color should I make his thingy? God. I hate picking colors. I don't know what even... God. Just waiting for Ether's response. I don't even know what to do. Hold on. Well, this doesn't look good. Maybe a grayish purple. That does look good. Yeah, that kind of looks good. Okay, I think I'm onto something. No need to answer that, Ether. No need to answer that question. I don't know if you already answered it, but I don't know if you have answered it. But I can see him having the dark purple, I think. The black feels a little too dark. Yeah, the black does feel a little too dark, but I think I'm feeling this grayish purple. I think I'm feeling this grayish purple. I think that looks good. Now, these tedious things that I can get with my fill bucket, I'm gonna have to do with this. These are obsidian shards. These are obsidian shards. These are also obsidian shards. We all love obsidian shards, don't we? I think I'm feeling this purple. This has been going on for quite a long time. He's also gonna have purple eyes. Because why not? Maybe I should make his eyes like a lighter purple. So it just like stands out, and I'm gonna make them glowy. Yeah, that looks amazing. Also his thingies are gonna be the same color. But what I'm gonna do, what part of him is going to be kind of black, is gonna be his cloak. His cloak is gonna be real dark. Not zoom in, zoom out. Dude. What's up with this? Nope, no, no, no. Undo, undo. Not that one. Not that part. No, I think this one should be a little bit dark. Just a little bit dark. The delay is crazy, lol. The gray purple is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's the one that did it. No! I hate when that happens. Sorry for the jump scare. Now I'm gonna color behind the line art because freaking two dark colors for some reason don't like to do this. God, I hate this. I hate having to color behind the line art. God. Aether, is that how you feel whenever you have to color behind the line art? I knew you have to because we're style. Because we're style choice. I have to do this every time there's a too dark color. So there's this just ugly line behind the thing. And if I try to double click it so that it fills up, like I usually do, like I did on the hair, it just decides to, you know what? instead of just filling up that little space, we're gonna change the whole color of your lines and make them look ugly. So you're gonna have to either live with that one or just. I hate that. Also, yeah, I know that you mentioned the delay is crazy. Yeah, I put in like a minute of delay before the comments get sent. So I'm gonna turn that off in the next thingy so that we don't get a delay. We can just talk normally. Hopefully this music that I have in the background is not copyrighted. I'm not getting any warnings, but I do wonder. The most people that have been on the stream were... I know one person decided from Discord wanted to join in. And I think they were on for a bit in the beginning, but then left. It's from a sir, I think it's just a little thingy of a server, you know. The server that everyone just goes into because why not be in a chill server, you know? I'm saying she because I think it's a she, or they are a she. But if I'm misgendering you, then sorry. If you end up going this far. I've been doing a doodle line. I've been doing a double line art thing to try to avoid gaps between the lines and color all through it. Still happens. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, at one point in my life, I decided to try the freaking art lines that you use. It's what it was while I was using Flip-a-Clip, I think, when I was trying to animate on that. But soon enough realized that these lines suck and just gave up on them. So yeah, that's why I have just like a... What brush do you use? Oh, I don't know. Hard round pressure side. So it's set to 3 because like when I don't apply any pressure, since it's pressure sensitive. So if I don't apply any pressure, it's gray. If I apply a lot of pressure, it's dark, freaking dark thingy. So yeah, I do really enjoy pressure sensitivity. At one point I didn't really like it. I don't know why. But then I realized that I sometimes make my line art way too thick. It happened again. Look at this. This is supposed to be like a dark shade, you know? But then I go to color and it changes it to gray. Why does it do that? I don't know. It happens. Just, I hate when that happens. Then I have to go in and fix the thingies. That's why I always double my line art layer, so that I have to worry about freaking destroying the line art by coloring underneath it, you know? I just have to do it. I'm wondering if I should make his mask this shade of gray or make this lighter one. I think I'm gonna go with the lighter one. You see this line over here? You know how I was mentioning the freaking texture thing? whenever I freaking draw. Look at that! Just the thing I mentioned earlier. The texture, because my freaking eraser makes textures, it leaves a gap that should be filled in, but it doesn't fill in. And that's what's happening here. It just has a line. Why does it have a line? Why does it happen? When I said I'm gonna go crazy, I meant it, you know? Also, usually, Kukiran characters have weird skin colors. I don't know what I'm gonna make his skin color. I don't know what I'm gonna make his skin color. Maybe just like a gray purple. His clothes are definitely gonna be the lighter gray. Just because I do not like using way too many colors. So yeah, just gonna roll with it. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the color, pick the freaking darker shade of gray to use on his shoes. No! 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 There. This texture is killing me! This texture is... I'm going to bed in like half an hour, you know? I'm just gonna try to quickly finish this before I do. Gotta... Pick this. Color. The gemstones. Aether, usually when us two talk, it's just like a freaking... How would I say it? I usually just make sketches and normal artworks. Just something not so complicated, you know? And then when I make something like complicated like this, I lose my sanity. I think this is the first time you see me lose my sanity. Oh, as much as I love how this is turning out, I'm losing my sanity slowly. Oh god. I have so much to do, and I hate it. I gotta figure out what his skin color is gonna be. Because Kiran characters have weird skin colors. Pink? Does the grayish pink look good? Does the grayish pink look good? I'm gonna roll with it. I don't care. This is gonna be... Again! Why does it do that? Why does it do this to me? Let's just make the freaking whole thing pink. Why does it make the whole thing pink? I hate this. I hate this. Gonna pick the hair color. Make it a bit dark. I have no idea where the voice came from. Dark. I don't know why I did that. Why did I do that? I don't know. Don't ask. Don't ask. Just please don't. Where is it? The lights up pull to make the shards patterns. I finished with my artwork. Yay! Yay, they're finished! I don't check the chat as often as I would like. I'm gonna make this a bit gray. Because in contrast... No, not that gray. Like this. There. Because in contrast to this, black, it looks white, you know? If it was white, it was gonna make too big of a contrast. Look at me knowing what color theory is. I'm doing so good, you know? I'm just gonna pretend that I'm not losing my sanity. Lasso. Lasso is your friend. Lasso 2 will help you when you start to lose your sanity. When colors don't want to listen to you. You know, well, look at this. Look at this, buddy. I'm just gonna spam it as much as I would like. And it makes it look nice, you know? I like the skin for whatever you get this message. Oh yeah, for whenever you get this message. It takes a bit. The delay is bad. Not gonna lie, the delay is killing both of us. The skin looks fine, you know? It doesn't look bad. I'm gonna keep it, you know? Also, the lasso tool is saving me. The lasso tool just returned my sanity. Yay, lasso tool. Because I can just select a part, then spam it as much as I'd like, without it going over to a different section. Look at that. They look full and they're a dark color even. I love this. The music is nice, isn't it? The music is amazing. Where no pixels are more than 50%. I don't care. I have no idea what that was. I just got an error message. I have no idea if you guys were able to see the error message. But I got an error message. And I just ignored it. Oh my god. Just the background and... Ah! I'm almost finished. I'm finished with him at least. And his freaking crystals. I'm like, this... Gray. Oh, actually a bit blue. Because it's in the fairy kingdom. I just revealed where this is gonna happen. Where's the... Oh. Why is the selection there? Why does the selection exist there? Okay, like this. Also this selected. You. Slightly different color. No. What did I do? Fill. I'm speed running. I'm speed running this. No, not that color. God, that looks so ugly. Bluish gray. Yes, that's much better. No, that's much better. No, I forgot this little part. Good thing I saw it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, almost forgot the part with his thingy. Also this one. That's his cape. That's the back of his cape, you know? Almost forgot it. Dishan? Dishan is going to be orange. Why orange? I don't know. I just want it to be orange. Look at it. Nice orange sun. Right? I'm pretty sure you guys can't see the thingies. The when I pick colors. So while my cursor just randomly moves around, if you see it do that, it's probably because no, we're gonna make it blue. And then in the rendering, we're gonna gray. Why is the fairy kingdom just blue and gray? Shades of blue and gray. I always wondered that. That's why freaking Obsidian is purple. God, just rendering left and his magic. Hold on, I think I should make his magic first. Make this a bit transparent of a layer. Then pick the purplish, grayish purple. I think this should be a nice color. Then pick this brush. Here we go. The freaking reference is back. Because I kind of forgot where I put his thingies. Where I planned his smoke thing. I'm guessing the one viewer that is still here is just Aether. Hi Aether, you're just enjoying me flying, I'm guessing. The delay is quite crazy. I just constantly keep checking if there's anything new, any new comments. Hold on. How is the thing with um ads? Do ads show? Do ads show by any chance? I'm just asking if, because so far I haven't asked at all. But I don't myself. I don't watch many ads. Many live streams, so I don't know what the ad thingy is usually like, you know? Can you make a shade? You know, this is kind of gonna mix because that's just the kind of brush this is. I posted the art. Yay! The president's art. So there's two people again. I don't know who's the second person. Who's the second person? Please write in the chat so I know who you are. I mean, if you want to, I don't. Just adding a bit of depth to to his magic thingies before I start rendering. Because the rendering process, ooh, that's gonna be dark blue. Freaking, hold on. Bam. Now, now it's rendering time. Hold on, what colors should I use? I think yellow would be a bit too bright for this, yeah. I think I'm gonna use an orange, but a dark, like less saturated orange. Like this. Does this look good? Kinda. Orange. Orange. That's the thought. That's the one. I haven't had any ads. It's been nice to just chill without having an ad every 5 or so minutes. Yeah, maybe that's because I'm not monetized. You know, I don't get money for this. I haven't got any money for this. So I don't know. I think I forgot which order I put these in. One of them should. You know, I don't care. You know what? I do not care. I do not care. Just gonna make this big. Not that big. Not that big either. But smaller. There we go. That's the one. You know what? Freaking lasso. My good friend lasso tool. My good friend lasso tool is here to help me not lose my sanity again from coloring all the thingies. Orange. So yeah, let's see. So here, flash. Here, not that much. Here, there, flash. Now, gonna make this a little less like dark, and then continue on with here. Or pick with this one, because this thing usually mixes quite well with other colors. This is kind of a mixing brush, you know? Trying to figure out how freaking rendering would work in this scene. That part won't have much to it, like this. Now we go on to the colors. Pink, we're gonna make this one pink. God. Make it a bit darker, so that's the glow of this one. And then go to lights to add the freaking shard fragments thingies. So it kind of looks like a shard. Now we'll go on to blue. A bit darker for the lights. But for some reason it's making green, because it's not for some reason, I know the reason. It's mixing with the yellow, because I'm still using a mixing brush. Now green. No, not that green. Hold on. It takes me a bit to realize that I have to use darker shades first to make it look kinda glowing. Almost finished! Oh, you have no idea how much I'm waiting for this to finish, so that I can just go and sleep. This is gonna go kind of brown. I'm guessing it's just morning for you, Aether. Well, now where the heck is this? The strength. Make it smaller. Maybe that's there. That looks better. For some reason, my thingy was too blendy. If that's a thing. God. It's awfully quiet, just the music in the background is what's doing the thing. That looks kinda good. Forgot to make his purple glow, actually. This is supposed to be glowing. His eyes are supposed to be glowing. His thingies are supposed to be glowing. And I forgot to make them all glow. Glow, glow, glow. Glow, glow, glow. These all are supposed to be at least slightly glowing. There. Like this kind of blend, this kind of blend, this blend. These blend in. These eyes I'm not gonna blend in. These kind of blend in because they're too sharp. These ones, this needs to blend because it's way too different from everything else around it. Please just blend normally. Why won't you blend? Oh, God. God! My brother just scared of. It's almost 3 p.m. for me, actually. Dude, it's like 11 p.m. for me. I usually go to sleep at 10. I'm staying up late, actually. Yeah, I like to be in my bed by 10, usually. Because in the mornings, I usually like to wake up really early because I have a lot of stuff to do. But right now, I can't, you know? You know? Why won't these blend? For some reason, these won't blend. These ones up here blended way too much. Then I changed it, and now these won't blend at all. Now I have to freaking spam it. Does this look good? I think it looks good. Maybe a bit lower resolution? No. Maybe. Maybe blend these. I haven't tried that. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. These kinda are way too bold. I'm gonna say. They're way too bold. This is taking way too long. Why won't it blend properly? Look at how much I'm spamming this. This thing just won't blend. It won't blend. It won't do what it's supposed to. That looks good. The only thing I want to add is another layer that's kind of transparent. Pick this, make it big, 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 big. Bigger, bit bigger. There. Make leaves. No, hold on. Blue dark. Yeah, I've been losing a leaves brush this whole time, you know? I'm gonna blend these. Like, I just want to add some kind of texture, you know? Make it a bit more engaging. No, no, not there, not there. Hold on. There we go. Now just... God, that's too much. Why the heck does it do this to me? Look! Just a moment ago, you wouldn't blend at all. And now you're blending this much? Unbelievable. 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 This. Hold on. I have to pick a second layer. There. I think I'm about to finish. God. Just finished an entire artwork. Yeah, I think that's about it. Bye everyone. I'm going to stop the stream. So yeah, the leaves added a lot actually. Yeah, they did. They absolutely did. So yeah, um, thank you Aether for watching. Thank you for the 11 viewers, 11 views, the people who just joined. So yeah, thank you all. Um, see you all tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Um, yeah, bye. See you all in the next stream or video where